Alrighty. Unfortunately, today appears to be a swindler day. Uh, don't need to think too hard about this one. Tends not to be too impactful in swindler games. A thinking bit. Spot opens with a clerk. I'll take an exorcist. Hopefully trash these last two estates with that. I'll take an expedition. Probably get to King's Court. King's Court, a bunch of swindlers, and bad things will happen to somebody. I think 5 important here. Maybe? I'm considering whether to put a copper and a state back. I guess I'll take a bandit camp. Doesn't look all that impactful. Unfortunately, hitting the state, which doesn't do a whole lot. Pick that estate. Want to kill it with the exorcist. And I will buy expedition again. Clerk can become. Richards just seemed like a good card to give the bot, given that it's already trashed all of its estate. This doesn't have great targets for it. Also, if it does gain imps or something, hitting an imp would be pretty nasty. You could turn an imp into an estate. I think I'm going to forego playing or forego trashing a copper here, so I can afford King's Court. Looks like next thing to gain here is probably going to be plus buy. Ooh, yeah. There's just too many cards like that for Swindler to be a playable card, where you start with this busted 2-cost card, and if it just happens to get hit by your opponent's Swindler, well, that's the ball game right there. I didn't hit the goat immediately, so I don't think it's absolutely GG here. I can imagine that happens turn 3. It's just game over. We'll have an estate bot. I'm willing to forego trashing again. I do think plus buy looks pretty dang important right around now. I think the answer is yes. Should probably play the Bandit Camp first. One of those cards down there is a King's Court, so Will-O-Wisp only has a 50% chance of hitting if I play it first. Whereas if I play it second, it's got a lot more targets. Yeah, here we go. Shoot everything except, I think 1 copper. Yeah, hitting Spoils is pretty nasty. Spoils is another good example of a card that doesn't really cost 0. Like, in terms of value, that's not a 0 cost card. But it technically costs 0, which means you just turn it straight into a curse. Oh, the bottom card is my Merchant Guild. Yeah, that would have been a card to find. Draw all the cards. Bottom card is Exorcist. What do I most want to play? Probably tripling the Merchant Guild is more guaranteed value than tripling the Swindler. I think that's true. Have another curse. Probably I can just kill the goat into another Will-O-Wisp here. Coppers isn't a big number of coppers. So if I play both coppers, I have kin, flush goat, gain a Will-O-Wisp. The downside is I've still got 2 coppers on my deck, and they're not going to be quick to get rid of without the goat. Alternatively, I could play the goat, trash a copper, exo, trash a copper. I'd have 9 money. Maybe that's better. Just gonna take a bunch of these. And then I'll have a bunch of coppers next turn. And you can buy a bunch more King's Courts. I'd like to find another King's Court. If you chain King's Courts, you're playing 3 total other actions. As opposed to King's Court on something where you're playing 2 things. I do have 2 King's Courts, right? Did I make that up? Did I just have the 1? Maybe I hallucinated having multiple King's Courts. Plus buy looks good here. No, I did have 2 King's Courts the whole dang time. That would be potentially nice if I had 2 treasures in hand, but I do not. I'm sorry, bot. I didn't choose this kingdom. Have a duchy, I guess. Now the goat can die. Take some more king's courts. Probably at least one expedition just to minimize the chance of dudding. Second merchant guild for some plus buy. And just one more king's court, maybe? I have a lot of decent targets with all the will-o-wisps around. Yeah, I think just one more king's court. Do I want to buy a copper? Copper would give me 3 coffers to work with. That sounds fine. It's got its first King's Court. King's Court is low. Curse could run out. I don't think it's gonna 3-pile here. You never know. Maybe depends on the boons that I get with Pixie. Pretty sure I want. See, this is 5 total King's Court plays. Everyone after the first one counts for 2. So 1, 3, 5. I've played 1 Will-O-Wisp, so that's 4 other targets at a minimum. I've got another King's Court in there. Right, so now I've got 7 total plays. I've already used 2, that's 5 left, which is probably everything I could reasonably want to play here. The Bandit Camp next. Yeah, another King's Court. Triple play the Pixies, hoping to get probably Forest's Gift is the best boon right now. Sure, I'll just go ahead and trash that. And let's double check. Yeah, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 total plays. I've done 4 total action cards, 2 Will-O-Wisps, a Bandit Camp, and a Pixie. So I can play all of these except the Will-O-Wisp 3 times. Wind's Gift, no thanks. Flame's Gift, no thanks. Mountain's Gift, I don't think I care about the money very much. I'm going to have unlimited money next turn. Do I win here with that? Let's count. If I triple play both merchant guilds, I have 7 total buys to work with. What would be the easiest pile out in that scenario? I discard 2 treasures for 2 changelings. I triple play the Will-O-Wisp to draw them. Then I play the 2 merchant guilds. I only get to play the Swindler once. But I could turn the 2 changelings into King's Courts and then buy King's Courts and Estate. Yeah, that sounds like a win. Let's go ahead and pop that. Let's go also to the gaining estates directly and then buying the King's Courts. Probably doesn't make a huge difference. What a stupid card. The one card in the bot stack worth points, just in case it wasn't going to be a win already. Just randomly hit the Gotcha. All right. So I just need to buy 1 King's Court, all the estates, and a province, I suppose. And then I'll turn 2 changelings into 2 more King's Courts. And that's the ball game. Yeah, there's no sense analyzing this. Make sure you ban Swindler.